Hi guys, and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 241. Why Bitcoin is climbing, Bitcoin hash rate tanking, and Binance freezes stolen funds. Now, if you're catching this from live, welcome, and if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you're thinking. Now, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. Links in the description, guys. So is a link to the amazing articles that we cover here on this stream. You can also join us on Twitter. Link will pop up throughout the stream somewhere around here. So again, thank you for joining us, and let's get on to the news. Right? Let's get on to the news. Hey, Bitcoin Jake, how's it going, man? Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it. Let's get on with the news, right? What's happening with Bitcoin? Well, this from Forbes. It says a stark Fed warning just sent Bitcoin sharply higher. Now, this is from today, the 14th. It says that Bitcoin is again soaring, climbing to nearly 10,000 per Bitcoin after the U.S. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell warned the U.S. is facing an extended period of weak economic growth without modern precedent. So again, that is what's bringing this fear of like the economy not doing good. It could be one of the reasons that Bitcoin is pumping. It could make sense, right? Then you get liquidated. Yes, man, you told me that on the Discord. It kind of sucks, man. Anyways, Bitcoin price began climbing following Powell's comments yesterday, but has now accelerated its rally almost 10% over the last 24 hours. Yesterday, Powell warned about the economic risk from COVID-19 and increased tensions with China, which could lead to liquidity issues. That was said by Marcus Swainpole, or whatever his name is, the chief executive of a London-based Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchange. And he said a note in response to basically global markets fell quickly and cryptocurrencies found buyers, right? Now, could that be one of the reasons? Yes, it could be one of the drivers. The article goes in more length, but I believe that's the main part of it, what really is important. And it could explain why we weren't getting divergence, but we're still getting price action to the upside. Again, there could have been some fundamentals behind it, and apparently this would be a good fundamental for people to seek for alternative ways or places to put their money. Next article from Cointelegraph. It says all 80,000 users of a German neobank, Bitwala, can now purchase, hold, and earn interest on Bitcoin in their bank accounts thanks to a new partnership with cryptocurrency lending platform Celsius Network. Now, according to DeFi Prime, Bitwala is the first classic fiat bank to offer interest for holding Bitcoin in an account, with 3 other decentralized finance apps offering similar products, while the DeFi products have higher rates, up to 8.6% per annum. Bitwala is more regulated and offers fiat and cryptocurrency services in 32 European countries under license from leading German bank Solaris Bank AG. Now, when they say that they're heavily regulated, I assume they also have a lot more people and they have to pay a lot more payroll. So that's probably part of the reason that they're also giving you less percentage, right? But is it good? Yeah, man. If you consider that German banks had negative rates, meaning that you have to pay to have your money in the bank. I do believe it's good that at least the bank is coming out with a solution where you can get money for having your money in the bank, right? An interest rate for holding it there, instead of just them taking your money, right? So again, yeah, good for them, right? Good that they're doing this. I hope a lot more banks take this into consideration. Maybe we can start seeing a lot more crypto. Something cool. I know Bitcoin Plays that does 5% annual interest paid daily. That's pretty cool. That way you get compound interest on your Bitcoin. That's pretty cool, man. If you know the website, if it's legit, put it on the site, man. Right? What is the website, man? Or you can send it to me in the Discord. Anyways, as I said, I do hope this will open the door so that more traditional banks can offer crypto products in the near future. On to the next article. Bitcoin hash rate is tanking. Nobody panic. Right? It just says that Bitcoin has experienced third halving, which reduced the crypto mining rewards from 12.5 to 6.25 for every block. Now, in the wake of the supply squeeze, Bitcoin daily inflows are not only the only thing that are going in retrograde. The Bitcoin network Hashrate, right, pulled back roughly 20% according to figures run by Ethan Vera of Luxor Mining Pool. Coinciding with this Hashrate dip is an expected cut in miner revenue. Hash price, as Vera called it, is now 8.1 cents per terahash, dropping from 13.5 cents per terahash pre the halving, and that represents a 40% drop in miner revenue. Now, we kind of talked about this, right? Miners are probably going to get the hit of like Bitcoin dropping, and the price is not doubling overnight, so they have to make double the mining efforts, right, to make the same amount of money. So, of course, they're going to take a hit, and it wouldn't be surprised if a lot more miners start to shut down at some point in time, and we see more decrease in terahashes or in the hash power, at least until we get a new pump on Bitcoin that starts to like maybe reactivate the mining, right? Yeah. Awesome. So, all right, that's it for the Bitcoin news. I do have an Ethereum article. It's from Forbes. It says Reddit is launching Ethereum tokens for its subreddits. Now, two subreddits with a combined 2.4 million members are now launching their own cryptocurrencies as part of a larger campaign from Reddit's higher-ups. The R Cryptocurrency and the R4NightBR subreddits unveiled their token launches last night, branded all too aptly and perhaps a bit unfortunately. Now I'm reading this out of the article, so don't worry about that. The tokens Moon and Brick, respectively, will be used as community points for either subreddit and are the flagship campaigns for Reddit's push to provide tokens as a community currency for its thousands of subreddits. Hype is better. Yes, I do agree. These tokens will be stored in a Reddit vault, a wallet component that is banked into Reddit's Android and iOS apps. Like other Ethereum native tokens, users will be able to transfer those tokens off their vault to any other ERC20 compatible wallet. But it is unclear whether or not exchanges will support market for this coin. So right now, it could just be that you get it and that's good, and you can like just tip and go around. But it might not have any strong value if it doesn't have an outlet where you can trade it and basically get it convert it into cash, right? It could just be a nice token, but again, if you cannot turn it into cash or turn it into any other crypto, you're probably gonna be screwed. Anyways, from launch, their utility will revolve around subreddit-specific digital swag and rewards, including special memberships and even voting privileges. So I mean, you are probably gonna use that, like I said, to do something else because it's not gonna have a monetary value. So you might be able to buy some things. Special membership is just kind of like whatever, man. And the voting privileges, it could be depending on how important the issues are. Now, both will be doled out based on individual contributions, comments, posts, etc. Based on the user's karma and distribution, the post claims will ultimately be up to the community, though it didn't specify what the decision-making or voting process may look like. So at first, it might be very skewed. I think they're planning on as a ERC token, so hopefully exchanges will be able to list them for people to sell and trade and give away to others. Maybe, man. Maybe, but it's gonna kind of. I like it, but I think it's gonna be botched. The only way you're gonna be able to get this is if you're on that subreddit, and you have enough karma, and they deem that you're worth enough to get one of these tokens, right? So I mean, is it like? So only those people will be able to give it out, right? So it could be lending itself to corruption, right? To an inner group that all vote that, yes, certain people should get it, and then those people can't go sell it. And then, leaving a lot of other users out of that, right? Maybe they're trying to attract users by doing this. I'm not sure if they're going to attract them or deter them, depending on how they handle this, right? Yeah, it's going to be real niche, yeah. This track is slow. Let me play something else here. I didn't want it to do that. Play that. There we go. Last article, right? Last article before we actually jump onto the technicals. Guys, if you like what we do, you know what to do. Hit that like, that bell, and that sub. This is the last article. Binance freezes funds stolen from Upbit in late 2019. Now, an address associated with the 50 million hack of South Korean crypto exchange Upbit has moved some of the stolen Ethereum to Binance. Binance Exchange immediately froze these funds on its platform and has initiated an investigation. Now, on May 13, A whale alert tweeted that 137 Ethereum, $27,164 transaction was moving the funds derived from the hacked Upbit exchange to Binance. And according to the transaction details, the transfer occurred around midday or 12 p.m. Eastern time, right? Yeah, I follow the whale alerts on Twitter. They're tracking the funds. Yeah, man, I follow them sometimes. I'm not too glued to the whale alerts. Maybe I should subscribe to the whale alerts, man. But yes, this article does mention that it was from a whale alert. Less than 1 hour after the transaction was flagged, Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao stepped into the tweet and basically threatened to report that the transfer funds were frozen on Binance. Now Changpeng said that Binance is getting in touch with Upbit to investigate the transaction, and the crypto exchange will also alert law enforcement authorities. Now Binance wrote, "Frozen will work with Upbit to verify." Frozen, it will work with Upbit to verify and get law enforcement involved and hand off the funds. Waiting for someone to complain on social media about us freezing funds, but fight bad actors we must. And I agree. I mean, is it good that they're doing this? Yes, and that's one of the cool things about crypto, right? If someone steals crypto, that crypto goes to a wallet, and it can be traced forever, man, because it's highly, highly traceable. There was multiple transactions that went in. Yeah. But again, if it's coming from a particular wallet, you can trace it, right? And the fact that you're able to trace it, it gives you the power to freeze it, right? So even without law enforcement stepping in and asking for that money to be freezed, exchanges, or proactive exchanges in this case, can go ahead, freeze the funds, alert the authorities, and then like surrender those funds to the proper party, I guess, send them back to Upbit or whatever, so they can send them back to the users that got hacked, or start like giving that money back to the users that got hacked. But that's one of the beautiful things about crypto, right? And that's one of the things that like the politicians or lawmakers don't get, right? They say, "Oh, it's a dark market. No one can trace it. Everyone's unknown on crypto." BS, man. The wallets are known. If you send that money to a wallet and then you transfer that money to another wallet, you can just keep on tracking and tracking and tracking. Unless they put it through a mixer, there's gonna be no way to get like a real, like you're gonna be able to trace it, right? You're not gonna be able to lose it. So again, it's highly traceable. That's one of the beautiful things. Anyways, Upbit suffered a 342,000 Ethereum theft in November 2019, with the amount accounting for 50 million at the time of the hack. It puts the power into the people to be able to do what's needed. Yes, man, and it takes responsible exchanges to make those things happen, right? I really want to applaud Binance for doing the right thing and freezing the funds and putting them at the disposal of the authorities and opening the investigation and potentially having those funds go back to the people that they were hacked from. So is it good? Yeah, man. Yeah, I think so, man. I do believe it's one of the good things of crypto, and people like often overlook this part that is so critical, man. You cannot hide with crypto. You can hide. Well, you have an address, and if that address has been associated with an exchange, and that exchange has your information, they know that's your address, right? Can't do that with cash. Yeah, I agree. And for them to be able to move these funds, the only way they can do them, right, is if they hold them in that wallet, do a private sale to a person, send it to them, they get the cash. But again, that person's dealing with stolen funds, and they cannot transfer that because that wallet is gonna be flagged. So again, that's one of the beautiful things, right? It's not like they stole a diamond, they went and sold it to someone else, and all of a sudden it's lost, right? They got money. Who knows that another store is already selling that diamond on display? Here with crypto, that doesn't happen, man. That diamond's marked, and it's marked wherever it goes. So even if you buy that Ethereum or someone sells it to you cheaply, look, I'll sell you Ethereum at like 100, man. You know, I'm in need of money. I'll send you Ethereum at 100. Send me this much money. I'll send you this much Ethereum. You know, if that money is coming from one of these hacked accounts, that money can get flagged, and you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. And that will take us to a point where, like, you are gonna need to know the person that you're doing business with to make sure you're not gonna get screwed. And you're gonna end up buying from exchanges or reputable sources when you buy your crypto, right? You're not gonna be able to go on like a dark market and buy crypto because you're not gonna know where they're originating from. You can get into a lot of trouble if you end up holding hacked or stolen crypto, right? So again, nice things of crypto right there on that article. Now, guys, a couple of you guys tuned in. Thanks for joining us. I'm not sure who's watching. Twitter's going out right now. You can join us on Twitter as well at the State of Crypt 1. I'm a little bit active on Twitter. I have not been posting many things lately. I do post whenever we're gonna go live. Um, but every now and then I'll toss in a couple lines on Twitter. Again, real life work has been hectic so far. Even though we're in the pandemic and I'm working from home, it's insane. Bitcoin Jake saying 85% ROI on new long so far. So you open a new long on Bitcoin. Awesome, man. You're starting to recover what probably you lost on your liquidation, right? Now, we're going to move on to the technical, guys. Give me a quick second. I'm going to play this very brief intro. It just gives me time to set up things here on the side so we can keep on talking crypto, right? One quick second, and I'll be right back. We're back. Thank you guys for joining us and staying with us through this small intro. Again, a couple people came in, a couple people went out, so and I'm sorry about it, guys if you're missing out on the stream. But again, we're gonna move and talk about crypto, right? What's happening with the market cap? Yesterday, money flew into the crypto sphere, 4.87%, approximately $12.22 billion. Right now, we're losing 2.08%, approximately $5.48 billion. Market cap sitting at 257.45 million, sorry, 257.45 billion dollars, right? Billion would it be? Now, what's happening with Bitcoin, man? Bitcoin dominance sitting at 68.15. Yesterday we gained dominance 0.25. Today we're losing 0.41. So not a lot of movement on dominance. Again, Bitcoin sitting at 68.14. The price of Bitcoin at 9,537.00. I'm out of Bitcoin again, right? I stepped out of the market when it was going down. Fortunately enough, I was able to get out at 9,530, and I posted that even on the Discord, and I told you guys I was out. Was it the right move? Was it a bad move? I'm not sure yet, man. I did notice that we're hitting some resistance, and I'll tell you guys about that in a second, and I'll explain why I got out. But for me, it made sense, right? It was an out. It was a good out. It was near my targets for exiting the market, so I'm happy, right? Shit, sorry about that, man. Spotify ads coming in. Let me play something here in the background while we keep on talking crypto, right? Alrighty. So, what happened, right? Well, first we broke below 9,650, right? And then we were at the 20, right, on the daily. But in the shorter scales, I'll show you also, right? And on this other chart, right, we're breaking below 9,560. Sorry, this is not the 20. This is another line that we're at. The previous support, right? So we're hitting that. The 20 is down here. But we also broke below 9,564. And that was one of my last targets where I should potentially get out. And I ended up going out, right? You cut out a long deep entry at 9,380. Pays to keep the charts open. Yeah, man, it does pay to keep the charts open. I got out. It still went down a little bit more by the time I had been out. But, when you try to like get in at the bottom, right, of these small dumps, sometimes you get screwed, man. You couldn't open a long, and this could have kept on dumping, and your position would have been liquidated again. It's like trying to catch a falling knife. It's very risky. You have to wait for the bounce to happen. Now, like I said, I'm out, right? So it's floating more or less where I went in. So right now, it's really not a big difference if I go in or out. I would just probably lose the exchange rate of going out, and that's it. And probably the exchange rate of going back in, and that would be about it. So I'm not worried about my position on Bitcoin yet. Again, I just closed it, so I'm good with that, right? And when I say I closed my position on Bitcoin, I didn't close all of my position on Bitcoin. I closed a portion of my position on Bitcoin, right? I'll clarify that. So I'm out of Bitcoin. Let's say that, right? Alrighty, so what's happening here? Right, so we're trying to go high, right? We're going lower again, lower in the RSI. Sitting bought at 61.99. Not a lot happening on the daily, right? Everything's happening on the shorter scales. Let's go to the 4 hours, right? Look, we're here. We're targeting this yesterday. We said, look, man, potential that we could go down, right? I think we were like slightly red by the time we were doing the stream. But if we keep on tracking this, right? and we just keep on climbing, we'll see that we're still making this bearish divergence, even if we go here. Right, so we are creating this bearish divergence, and then we would also have it from, no, that'll be it. Bearish divergence. Now, when I was off the air, I did go and put it on this chart that I didn't have it. And I know that because I put in a different color. That lets me know that this color is when I do stuff off the air, and then yellow is when we talk about stuff on the air. So again, I was tracking this divergence, right? This potential movement coming into the downside. Again, we also talked about this yesterday on this chart where I just hadn't changed it. There we go. And again, moving to the downside, we're getting it. That's fine. We got close to 20. That's also fine. Again, breaking below that 9,650. We went down very quick. Here, we ended up creating divergence also on this small scale. Now, let me make sure this is going to be yellow and only visible on the 4 hours, right? That way, it's not going to go back onto the 1 hours and be poking our eyes out, right? Look, we're getting this, right? And we're getting this very short term. Right, so we created strong bearish divergence over like a 12-hour or like 12-hour candle, right? A 12-hour time frame, sorry. So again, getting that movement to bring us down, right? Alrighty, so that's Bitcoin here on this charts. I'm gonna move on to the 1 hour because really nothing else is happening here. We just had this going on, and you know, I was watching the market as well. And right about the time it was starting to drop, I actually went on the Discord, and I did post my I did post that I was out, right? Going out. I'm out on Bitcoin, right? So like I was closing part of my position, and then Bitcoin Jake said he got liquidated. But again, yeah, I know you had something in general, man. I just haven't seen it yet. I'll look at it in a little bit. I'm trying to like finish this real quick. So I'm gonna go into the 1 hour, right? We do have this resistance here also. If we hit the 20 and we break it, we have that 786 that we can go hit. It wouldn't be an issue for Bitcoin to do that. Now, I'm trying to gauge this chart, see if there's anything else. I'm gonna go on to the 1 hour and see what's going on there, right? Look, yesterday, ignore this line. This is from like the daily. It should be there. So again, last thing we called was bearish. We hit the 20. From then on, we started bounce. So we went high, higher high. So again, higher high, and then higher high still, making more positive momentum, right? Then on, we try to rally at least, get to this point. And in this chart, it's not that visible. I think in this chart, it's a little bit closer, right? You can see that we're almost at the same level. Here, the opening is at 9,811.98, and here the opening was at 9,809.91. So about $2 difference, right? In all fairness, it is slightly lower, but if you wanted to get a little bit picky and look for the bearish lines, like I was doing, and I wouldn't call this the official divergence yet, but you know, this would tell us that we're getting to the same height in price, but we're not making positive momentum, right? And we're also lower in relative strength, right? That means that we could have gone down. So from here on, I was watching the market. Here, I was a little bit worried that we could go down still. And then, you know, came this hour, and then it started to go down. And like I said, I ended up getting out at 9,530. And right now, sitting at 9,499 in some exchanges. So again, am I too worried about this? 9,500 in this one? Not yet, man. I really want to get a little bit more definition before I go in. The other thing I can tell you, though, is that from way back here to here, we are creating hidden bullish. Hidden bullish divergence on the MACD and the RSI, right? We're going from a lower price to a higher low, negative momentum to more negative momentum, and a low point on the RSI to a much lower point on the RSI. That could potentially bring us some stagnation and potentially a bounce, right? Look, we bounced. Where do we head to, right? What was the height? 9,560. Where do we have this line? 9,564, 9,565, right? It's rounded. But again, I'll just do this right now because it's sitting at 99, right? So we'll round it at 5. There we go. Beautiful. Nice round number. Again, close enough, right? So we're like $5 off. So we did hit a resistance, and now we're rejecting higher prices, right? That's just what's happening right now. Again, we're starting to get tightness out the Bollinger Bands. Not too tight, though. I didn't look at tightness on the other ones. We're sitting neutral on their side at 44.71. Again, this is the only thing that we have going on right now. On the 4 hours, again, divergence moving us down. I didn't look for anything here. We don't have anything on the negative side. We don't have anything on the RSI, except for this divergence that we called. So that would be about it, right? Let me go back to the daily real quick and just examine, make sure I didn't miss anything. Bollinger Band seller still expanded, and we know we had volatility. Here we were lucky enough that we hit the 20 when we rallied from it. Right now, it kind of sucks that we're dropping below that 9,560 area. So let me go back to the 4 hour again. Let's look at the Bollinger Bands. We're still expanded, right? We did this yesterday and we talked about this. We got a very tight squeeze and then we just exploded again. So again, volatility is still there, and this is volatility post halving, right? We know we're gonna have volatility, and with that volatility, we're gonna get wild price action, and that's what's beautiful, man. That's what's beautiful about volatility being here. We get price action. That means we get to play, man, right? We're not sitting there tight on the ranges, right? With very, very subtle moves and just the market being boring and looking like a copy of the market day after day after day. Right now is where you can make a lot of money in crypto if you play it smart, right? Meaning there's volatility, price can drop. You have to find your ins, you have to find your outs, you have to have a trading plan, stick to it, right? My exit strategy was around 9,500. I ended up going out at 9,530, and I'm happy with that. It kept on going down. It could have kept on getting worse with a lot more people getting liquidated and this really tanking. I didn't go in at the bottom again because it would be like trying to catch a falling knife. You don't know where this was going to end. You could have found an in here, and this just could have kept on running all the way down here to like 8,300, man, right? The bottom of the Bollinger Bands. You can run the range. Now, it is a little bit unlikely, but it has been done before, right? Look here, we went from the top with volatility open all the way to the bottom. And then more, right? So again, you know, I wouldn't be trying to get in here at 9,200. Bitcoin Jack did open along at like 9,300 and change. I mean, good, man. I'm glad that this paid off for you. For me, I wouldn't be trying to get this pullback because sometimes you get sort of what looks like it's going to be a pullback, right? It's a little bit of resistance that you find. It could have been that you maybe hit the 20 or you hit another support. And when you hit that support, you can get that bounce, right? So again, it could have been you hit that support and you bounce from there, right? And you get this small bounce, and then it could crash down through that support. So again, that's something that worries me a bit when I'm here. I'm looking at here at the screen, and all right, for some reason here on the side where I have my everything I look at, well, the stream that's going on live, etc. Or what's being recorded actually when I do transition, etc. on the OBS, it just looks like a very thick white line going through. So I was just looking at my monitors and I can see that it's not that thick. I just browsed something with OBS and it's appearing weirdly. Anyways, that's gonna be it for Bitcoin. I just want to look at Bitcoin on the weekly real quick. We're making a nice green candle, right, off the 20, bouncing off the 20. Beautiful on the weekly. Alright, so that being said, I'm going to move on to Ethereum. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Bitcoin Jake said he added stuff on. I think that was a comment I already looked at, man. Sorry. Alright. Ethereum yesterday lost dominance 2.93. Today is gaining 0.94, sitting at 8.66% of market cap. The price of Ethereum at $199.81. Rejecting the 20 on the daily. We knew it was a possibility. So we're rejecting the 20. There's a chance we could come down here to 193. You see that support and try to bounce. We could keep on flirting with the 20. Try to get above. Still, the day has many hours to go, right? 20 hours and 28 minutes. Now we're making negative momentum, less than before. So all being the same as yesterday. No new things to report on the daily, right? Technicals for Ethereum. So let's go into the 4 hours. What we call this divergence. We did move down. From then on, we just kept on climbing, and every time we're going higher, you know, we're still creating divergence, right? So bearish divergence, action to the downside, we're moving down again. It would also be here on the R side. Going neutral at 55.28. And again, same thing, right? Playing to Bitcoin's tune. Look at how it dropped and how it picked it back up. Now, that's it for Ethereum on the 4 hours. I really don't have anything else to go on here. If I wanted to, I could anchor this to here and then anchor from here to here, right? Instead, we had strong bearish divergence, right? And play it in two parts, and then it would be from here to here. But again, it would be very similar to Bitcoin, right? Looking like the same, except that we wouldn't have it on the other side. But that being said, that's Ethereum on the 4 hours. I'm going to move on to the 1 hour chart. And I forgot to anchor stuff on the 4, man. See, that's why when I forget to do this stuff, the charts look very, very messy, man. Right? And I'm glad it was just 2 lines that I did. Sometimes I do a lot of lines and then I forget to anchor. Now, what's happening here with Ethereum, right? Ethereum is showing a different story. right? It went much higher, right? But it went much lower here, right? Look at that. Look at this, man. Look at that movement. Look at this movement over here on the RSI, right? Getting that strong bearish divergence action to the downside, and down we moved, right? This was at 4 in the morning. From then on, we just went down below the 20, try to get that bounce, and then just acting like Bitcoin right now, basically. But again, strong movements coming in here, right? Here we were low at 55, then we went to 49. So we're in low, higher, low, negative, less negative. Here on the RSI, we might have something, I believe. 47.5, 46. All right, cool. We do have something here. We have also hidden bullish divergence, right? So here we had strong bearish. Now we have hidden bullish, potential price action to the upside. Our continuation, that's what we're getting in, right? I do believe that's a little bit congruent with what we had on Bitcoin. And I can't remember if it was this chart or this chart that we traced stuff on, right? Righty. So again, we have this divergence going in on Bitcoin, right? And we didn't have that bearish divergence like Ethereum did. It's a little bit different. Now, that being said, for this chart on Bitcoin, let me give me 1 second so I can trace. Oh, here we didn't have it, right? That's why I don't have it in this chart. This chart is definitely going much lower here, but again, what we would have on this chart would be this hidden, right? And again, that's why I look at different charts. You get different reads on the market, and you can confirm like if something's playing out or not. Like this would also say this other chart, they were much lower. So again, no divergence. This other chart, however, it would seem to suggest that we could have had divergence, right? That's about that. Let's move on to the XRP, man. What is happening with XRP? XRP on the daily, yesterday moving down 3.66%, 3.56%, sorry. Today moving up 0.797, sitting at 3.46% of market cap. Again, too low for my taste for XRP. I wish it would be doing better. Now XRP is sitting at 20 cents, 20.071 cents. Where are we at? Again, flirting with this area, right? That 23.39. We barely got above it. We're moving below it again. That's about it. Not a lot happening. We did range down, hit that 19.758. We're trying to go up again, and it's probably because it's looking and playing like Bitcoin. Neutral on the RSI at 47.90. The strong bullish divergence it had, it's really not playing out too strong, right? Let's go to the 4 hours. Again, we're calling the movement to the downside. Kept on climbing, right? We could go here and here. And then, like we did with Ethereum, right? Moved more or less sideways here. And then go here to here and said we're creating bearish divergence, right? Chances we could break down. And down we broke, and again, getting the same move that Bitcoin did. And that's when we hit that 19.758, and then we're bouncing back, getting above the 20, which is good. Again, a little bit expanded on the Bollinger Bands, but not too much. In this yellow area of support resistance that we've talked about before. I forgot to send out on Twitter, man. I've been forgetting to send out on Twitter that I'm going live, so I just send it out right now. What else is happening here? Neutral on the RSI at 46.86. Let's go to the 1 hour, man. On the 1 hour, what's going on? I was looking at this this was probably today, man. Yeah, I was looking at this today. And look, I was looking for this divergence that we have, right? This strong bearish divergence that we created, right? Looking a little bit more like Ethereum. From then on, we moved down, and from then on, we just bounced on hidden bullish, right? So I'm just going to switch this real quick. There we go. So here on the RSI, I'm not going to trace it. It looks like we're going sideways. It would be a different type of bearish divergence, right? If we're going sideways and we're just going flat on the bottom part on the oscillator, that would be weak divergence, weak bearish divergence, meaning we could still break down. But again, we had strong bearish on the RSI. And then here to here, we would also have had this hidden bullish. I just didn't trace it when I was looking at this in the morning. From then on, we just went from a low to a lower low, right, on the price. More negative momentum, lower on the RSI. Nothing else to there, right? That would be about it for XRP. Now, what else, man? What else? Yeah, slightly expanded on the Bollinger Bands, but not too much. Again, still within this range of 23.39 and 19.758. That's it for XRP. I'm gonna move on to Litecoin, man. What is happening with the coin of Light? Litecoin going down yesterday, 2.96%. Today going up 0.89%, sitting at 1.09% of market cap. The price of Litecoin at $43.33. Again, not a lot happening, right? Negative momentum, low on the RSI, 46.80, sorry, 46.61 now. Low, lower, low, right? We don't have anything here that's bearish. Right, low. Well, we could. Usually don't like doing this one like that. Negative momentum, less negative momentum, right? That would be one. But now, a reason why we could be going up, and I usually don't like to go from zero, because we do have a negative momentum island prior, would be this, right? And we'll be creating hidden bullish, right? You're going from a low to a higher low, negative momentum, to more negative momentum, or zero to more negative momentum, right? And on the RSI, I guess we would also have that same sentiment, right? And I would bank more of this playing off the RSI than on the MACD, and potentially getting the small climb, but again, not playing too strong. Now let's go to the 1 hour. 4 hours, sorry, the 4 hour chart. What's happening with the 4 hour chart? Well, first of all, we have information from the 1 hour chart. Coming in and cramping our style, right? The 4 hours. Not too good, man. There we go. Alrighty. So again, we're going slightly higher, right? So we can keep on tracking this to there, and here we wouldn't have it. But again, hidden bearish divergence, potential action to the downside. From then on, we broke down. Again, same movement that Bitcoin did, right? Moving down, getting a bounce above the 20. Good. Neutral on the other side at 48.66. That's about it. Let's go to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, what's happening, man? We went higher. Did we create divergence? Yes, we did, man. Yes, we did. Strong bearish divergence coming in here, man. All right, at least in the 1 hour, that's good. Alrighty. Here, 70.30, 70.29. I'll just call this sideways. And again, said that we were creating weak bearish divergence, right, against the RSI, but strong bearish divergence against the MACD. From then on, we moved down, hit the 20, tried rally, failed, and moved down again, following Bitcoin, sitting at 43.22. Right, no divergence here. Hey, Troy, how's it going, man? Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for letting us know that you're here, man. Much appreciated. Again, 43.24. That's about it for Litecoin. Let's move on to Binance. What's happening with Binance dominance? Yesterday it lost 3.79. Today gaining 1.28, but it's below 1%, man. Binance now holds a mighty 0.98% of market cap. It's just very tiny, man. But still, market cap is huge, right? Anyways, Binance at $16.17. That's it, man. Let's go look at what's doing right now, right? Trying to get this bounce. Can we do something similar to what we did with that other coin? Yeah, maybe, man, maybe. Let's see. From here to here, we're going slightly higher, right? I probably missed this one out. It's hidden divergence. Again, I wouldn't bank it too much here. I would probably put more weight of it playing off the RSI, right? See, I wanted to go on the 1 hour, man. For some reason, this awkward. In some charts, it plays nice. In some charts, it just wants to do whatever, man. There you go. So again, rejecting the 20, right? Neutral at 50.25 on the RSI. Let's go to the 4 hour, man. Again, still channeling on that Bollinger Bands. Expanded, but not too much. Also on the 4 hours. Hitting the 20, bouncing, nice. Again, we had this divergence, right? We talked about it potentially to the downside. We did move down slightly, but not too much. From then on, we try to pump to a new high. And this is on the 4 hours. Let me get rid of it on the daily. There we go. Again, creating this divergence, right? Strong bearish, moving to the downside. We're starting to move down. Again, holding the 20. Neutral on the RSI at 51.32. Let's go to the 1 hour. The 1 hour, we called this. Moving to the downside, we did move down. Hit the 20, bounce from it. Really went slightly higher. And then on, did we create divergence? I doubt it, man. This looks like it's 1431, 194. So obviously much more. So we went higher with more positive momentum. From then on, we broke down. Why? Well, because the rest of the market also broke down. We also don't have that divergence on the RSI, just confirmed. Below 20, trying to get above it. Flirted with the 20 for a while, right? Channeling, right? Getting this small squeeze. Exploding to the downside, but not too strong. Again, same movement that Bitcoin did. So following Bitcoin, that's about it, man. Right? Not much happening. Not much happening at all. Could, let's see. Can we do something here? So going high. Going to a much lower point of negative momentum, right? Creating hidden right now will be hidden bullish divergence, potential bounce coming in, right? Or potential, yeah, we could get a potential movement to the upside. But that's about it, man. That's about what's happening with Binance. Again, if you it's like what we do, hit that like, that bell, that sub. Yeah, that's it for Binance, man. I'm gonna go back to Bitcoin real quick. Just to round off, first of all, right? Remember this article? Stark Fed warning sent Bitcoin sharply higher, right? That's the fundamentals. That's why Bitcoin kept on going up without having technicals to support that movement, right? So there are fundamentals that are also at play that we talked about before. Not this one in particular, but we knew. And like I told you guys, I'm out of Bitcoin at 9,530, sitting right now at 9,500. It's not too bad, right? Let's see what's happening here. Like we said, right? Divergence starting to turn up a little bit green, but we're seeing indecision happening, right? Long wicks on both sides, a little bit longer on the top side, so let's say a little bit more bearish pressure right now coming in. Neutral on the RSI, that's it, right? On the 4 hours, I had the bearish divergence, breaking down on that, right? The strong bearish, that's about it. Nothing else. And then the daily, I think we didn't have anything else, right? On the daily, we don't. Going to a lower low, more negative momentum, lower on the RSI. Again, all being good. Now we're about to make positive momentum, it looks like, right? We're getting tightness here on the MACD and the signal line. And we could start making positive momentum. And that could sometimes, right, when we get those crosses, we get these very nice large green bars happening. It could be a potential we could get one of those bars and, you know, still to be determined, right? And then we have a lot of resistances to the upside. But again, that's about it for Bitcoin and the crypto market. I'm going to move on to other stuff. If you guys want to look at a particular crypto asset, let me know. Bitcoin Jack, I know you're into default. I'll just look at that real quick. Again, it just clears all my charts when I'm looking at this. So let's see, Bollinger Bands, W1, and then we'll add MACD. Why is it not letting me add MACD, man? Indicators, there we go. MACD, and let me add one more indicator then, RSI, right? Usually what we look at. Again, so let's see how this coin's doing, man. Yesterday had a nice pump. Today's moving down. Again, it has been ranging, right? It went up to 5. It went all the way up to like 6. But it was at 4.3. It could have been a good in, right? But again, you get these pullbacks happening that are really not playing very nice. Again, a lot of stuff I traced here, it got deleted, which is not good. We're looking at some divergence forming, right? Going from a high to a lower high. And from positive to more positive momentum, and also from a low point on the RSI to a higher point on the RSI. Now, forgive if these charts look a little bit weird. You might not be looking at the RSI. I'm not sure if you can see it. I don't think you can see the RSI. Let me do this real quick, right? See if I can squeeze these up a little bit. Make sure you can see the RSI there. I'm still not sure if you can see the RSI on this chart, man. Like I said, sadly enough, I cannot get this chart to show on TradingView, so I have to play it off here, and it just looks too small, man. Too small for my taste. There we go. I think you can see the RSI now. Awesome. Like I said, right? Look, this line, I'll make it some other color, right? It doesn't give me the menu to change stuff, man. That's weird. Anyways, like I said, going to a higher high, right? Going lower on the price, creating that hidden bearish divergence, potential movement to the downside. Again, just watch out for that on DVT. Again, that's part of the reason that I have not gone in yet. I'm waiting for you to get in here. I really do believe it could have potential to the upside, right? I mean, but that's about it. I'm not advocating for the project. I'm looking at it because one of our users likes the project, and he wanted me to talk about it. So that's about it. Anyways, if you guys have a request, I'll look at it also in detail, so you can put them out on the chat, and we'll talk about those things. Now, let's go back to crypto, and if you guys have any particular asset you want me to look at, please place it in the chat. We'll look at it. Right now, I'm going to move on to look at gold and silver, stocks, oil, and then if no one has come up with anything else that we should look at, that's gonna be it for tonight then, right? But again, do let me know in the chat if you want to look at a particular asset. Bitcoin Jake, oh wait, it's also picked by some of the big channels. Don't miss the boat. Yeah, you're already a whale on that right? You already have like 1,000,000 DVTs, man. You gotta be like on those whale alerts popping up and down. Can I look at CTMX? Sure, man. If it shows up here, I can look at it. Watch out for Bitcoin Jack, man. He's gonna become a whale of DVT. He already holds 1,000,000 of that, man. I think it's like, where did they cap it at, man? I can't remember. Like 2 billion, 20 billion. I think that was the cap, 20 billion. There's only like 7 million to buy on the market currently. Look at him, dude. He owns like 15% of the market or something like that, man. Some insane number. Look, I don't like doing math off the top of my head just like that, so I'm gonna confirm here real quick. You said there's 7 million out. So yeah, 14. So I wasn't that far off, right? 14.28. So you own almost 15% of the market. Wow, bro. That's insane. You do hold a lot of that market. You's insane, man. You is insane. You're probably the one that's moving the market right now, dude. If you go and sell your 1,000,000, you're probably going to crash it. You've been buying for months? Yeah. I'm not sure, man. I might start adding some to my position. Like I said, I'm waiting for a get in. CTMX. I can't see it here, man. Is it this one? Cytomics Therapeutics? Is that the one you want me to look at? Troy, let me know. Specify if you can, when you guys type something out for me, do say like stock or crypto. That way I know if I'm looking for a crypto or asset or a stock ticker, right? But okay, cool. So we're looking at this one. Sure, man, let's look at this. What's happening with CTMX? Oh, fuck, you took a nasty movement to downside. It's hard to guess why without news, right? So let's see if I can find something quick. Spotify ads coming in. Sorry, guys. If you're here for the crypto, let me know, and we'll look at crypto, right? But right now, someone put a request for a stock. I'll gladly look at it. That's what we do here, right? That's what we're here for. Like, look at what you guys asked me to look at. So let's see. All right, let's look at the technicals, man. Were you going higher? Yes. Did you have divergence? No, right? You're going to a higher point with your MACD, right? So more positive momentum, and also higher on your RSI. So no, you were overbought, right? That's the only warning sign that I get on the daily as to why you could have moved down. They did publish earnings apparently on May the 7th, but if they would have been bad, you would have taken a dump back there, and right now you don't have it. So let's see if we have something else. Sorry, stocks I don't go lower than. I just usually go to the weekly and daily. That's it. There's too much data. There's like data rich for you to like. You should be looking at minor timescales unless you're gonna do like day trading, but that's not what we do here, right? So we're going higher, higher, and higher. You didn't have any technicals for this movement to the downside, right? So it's probably dropping on fundamentals. Sorry, Mike was up here. I have something from May 13. It could be it. I mean, I'm not sure. It also says that Cytomex Therapeutics announces details of presentation at the American Society. So they probably came out with something like a drug trial that is not doing the data or what they were expecting to get, right? Or upcoming presentation at ASCO highlights the board progress that's made across our clinical stage portfolio, right? So the stage trials. Forward to sharing this comprehensive update. All right. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure why they're dropping, right? I would have to go too much into detail, and right now, I don't have the information. I'm not finding too many news on this particular project, right, or company. Yeah. Again, it could be moving down with the markets. You know, we kind of talked about that. So that's why I wanted to look at gold, silver, and then the markets. So let's do that. And if the markets are going down, it could be part of that, right? Awesome. Thank you for subscribing, trading photos, videos of live events, and more. Hi, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. This is Crypto Your House. Thank you for being here with us. Welcome. Should I call you something lower? Something like smaller? Like TPS, TPSVLE, and ME? Something like that? I'm not sure, man. Your name is too long. Let me know what I should call you. But thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. Again, let's look at gold and silver, right? Silver, what's happening with silver, man? We're getting that bounce right above that area where we wanted to go, that 50%, right? So we're sitting right now at $16.07. That's good, man. We could be getting this bounce again on the news that we shared with Bitcoin, right? Stark Fed warnings sent Bitcoin sharply higher. So stocks went down. People are looking for refuge. And we're getting this movement also on gold and silver, right? That could be the fundamentals as to why this is going up. Don't post link in the... Okay, don't post links in Southex chat. They ban me, then make me change my password. All right, cool. Thanks for the warning, man. I won't post links on the Southex chat. Thanks. Alrighty, so cool. Let's see. What do we have going on here right now? We're finally going higher than we were back here. So we're going higher now. We're starting to build this positive momentum island, right? But again, right now we would be developing hidden bearish divergence, potential movement to the downside, right? That's about it. Sitting bought at 65.58 on the RSI. But again, silver, it's within this regular range. People call you TP. All right, cool. I'll call you TP. No problem. We're within this range of $14 to $17. So I'm not too scared for silver yet. Still good. Back here when we were calling this in, right? We didn't have technicals, but we said we're overbought and it has to go back to its regular area. If you would have taken this in on silver, you would have made some good dough. Gold, where's it at? Going higher again, nice. Finally taking off from that 1,704. Again, probably on the same news, right? It was a good day for gold and silver and crypto yesterday, right? Because people were seeking refuge on the announcement that Powell made, right? The guy from the Federal Reserve. So again, we do have news as to why we could support this. And we also have articles that are coming out that's saying that they could be in risk of potential pullbacks. But that's still yet to be determined. Let's look at the markets. S&P, what did it do, man? It went up today a little bit, right? So, what is this today? 15th? No, it's already today. So yesterday it came down, right? Because people were fearful. Right now we're going up, hitting the 20. We had tightness off the Bollinger Bands again. We had divergence, so we were expecting the movement to come down as well. We had technicals plus fundamentals. Good marriage of information as to why we could go down. Nikkei down 352 points. Again, we had bearish divergence, right? We called it out. Potential movement to downside, moving down. Toronto up 6.45. Again, it gapped down on the opening, moving up. But again, probably the same fear coming in and moving Toronto. London down 120 points on divergence, right? We call this bearish divergence, moving down, right? Sitting bought still at 60.47 on the RSI. Let's go look at the Dow, man. Let's look at the Dow. See what the Dow is doing. What the Dow's going on today. All right, so Dow pumped a little bit, gaining 377 points, which is good, but still below the 20. And again, we don't have any kind of divergence yet here. So again, we're probably just, yesterday we saw that fear coming in, right, from the announcement from the Fed. Right now we're probably seeing a little bit of confidence going back in. And it usually happens, right? People get scared, they leave, and then they come back in. Unfortunately, the stock that you mentioned, Troy, it's probably not holding on to what happened with the announcement, right? Because it still went down today. So there's probably some other information that's out there that we're not finding right now on short notice. That would be about it, right? Dow Live, let's see what's going on the US 30. Starting to go slightly higher, rejecting the 20, it looks like. So again, we got to wait and see how this plays out. If this goes down, we could certainly lose some, we could open red tomorrow with the Dow. RSI at 49.63. Let's look at oil, man. What's happening with Brent oil? Are we at the same price? Yes, we are. Are we lower? Yes, we are, man. Are we creating divergence? Yes, we are, man. Again, right now, this could still go higher, right? Remember that. But we'll be making divergence, right, by going like that. And potentially here also, I would have to check here. It looks like we're going sideways. 55.65, 55.68, yeah. So here it would be going like equal sign, right? So we don't have any divergence against the RSI, but we are creating divergence against the MACD. So again, potential movement to the downside coming in for oil. We have this other chart for Brent. This is slightly lower, so we don't have that divergence yet, right? We do have it on the first chart. That's from, sorry, this one. Sorry, this one. It's from Currency.com. This is from crude oil, right? So again, different charts. Now let's look at this one from Oanda. West Texas, what's it doing, man? Going higher again. We're looking for divergence, right? And we still have it. And something I'm looking for is to get it here on the MACD. I don't believe we're going to get it. This would be 1.285, 1.175, 172. Very close. Now, divergence that we're making right now would be against the RSI, and it's hidden divergence. Chance it could not play out as strong, right? Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. This is Crypto. If you guys have any requests, please put them on the chat. We'll definitely address them. So Benny comes in and he likes JCPenney, right? Oh no, what happened with the JCPenney? It's going down. They had their earnings reports, right? I think they came out with them today, right? That's why I have here an alert. I don't like this article. JCPenney awards $1 million bonuses as bankruptcy looms. So that's probably not gonna be good news for JCPenney, man. Again, I'm not sure what their earnings report were like. I haven't seen them. But Benny, if you like this, man, I know you were into JCPenney. Look at their earnings reports, man. Something's probably not good with them, right? Anyways, again, guys, now's the time to ask for something. If you want me to look at something in particular, right? I'll look at XLM real quick just because why not, right? High, low. Was this chart or this chart that we used last time? I can't remember. Probably both. Alright, look at this chart real quick for the fibs. We're sitting at a support. Not a fib support, but a support that I've traced here at 0.0677, right? We're slightly above it. So we hit it and we bounced, and that's fine. Let's move to shorter time scales, man. Again, divergence, right? So from here to here, we had divergence. From here to here. Right, we went to a higher high, more positive momentum, but we went lower right on our price, so we're creating this hidden divergence, this hidden bearish potential movement to the downside. We struggled to get above that area. From then on, we're starting to move slightly down, right? Not too strong yet, but losing the 20 is not good. Chance we could test it, and if we fail at getting above the 20, chance we could go down. Now let's go to the 1 hour chart. What's happening on the 1 hour, man? Let's see. All right, so from here to here, definitely we can see divergence much more clearly, right? We're going higher, and we're coming in lower. Here we're just having that last leg, right? So from here to here. From then on, we move down below the 20, try to bounce above it. Are we getting that same high level? Let's see. Yes, same high. All right, so here we're going to that same height. I'm not even looking at the numbers, man. It's probably going to be some tiny minuscule thing that I would just go over, right? But again, going from here to 0 and from here to a lower point, and we'll still be creating bearish divergence, just medium bearish divergence. Potential movement to the downside. We did move down again. We're unable to go higher. And again, getting the same movement that Bitcoin did, right? So not much happening, right? Gapping down a little bit right now. Bitcoin, 9,468. I mean, moving down, right, a little bit. We could be resting before another movement to the downside on Bitcoin. That's something that worries me right now. But again, let's wait and see how this keeps on playing out, right? Like I said, there's a chance we could come down here and hit that 786. I'll just zoom in. That 786 is the blue line here. That'll be at 9,089. Nothing says we cannot do that, right? So again, watch out for that. Again, we failed to get above that 9,565. So let's wait and see how this keeps on playing out for Bitcoin, right? Guys, thanks for joining us. This is the Crypto. I'm your host, Martin. If you like what we do, hit that like, that bell, and that sub, right? We're a pretty chill community. You can chat with us. Yeah. So I guess there's really not much else going on here. Bitcoin Jake sent something on Discord. I'll look at that. Uh, Apparently, it's a sell signal from Gainsy bot or Gainsy bot. I'm not sure. It just says like sell XRP. Yeah, maybe, man. You know, I'm not sure why the bot's getting its signal, right? Where's he getting it from? Right now, it does set sell here on the side. It is slightly red. This is your first time on my channel. What time do I usually stream? Well, thanks for asking. I usually stream at 10 p.m. Central. I used to stream at 9. I'm streaming now at 7. At 10 Central. Right? So I'm not sure which time frame you're on. But right now, I'm minus 5 UTC. Right? So it shows the bot's balances too. Yeah, alrighty. I'll check it out, man. But thank you for joining us, TP. I hope you liked the show. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and thank you for being here with us. We do have a pretty mellow community, pretty good guys here. So thanks for being here, right? Anyways, yeah, Eastern Standard. All right, so you're in New York side. All right, cool. So like 1 hour more. So for you, it would be like 11. I go live at 11 your time. That's usually the same time I'm here. If I'm not gonna go live, it will be at the beginning of the stream or the end of the stream. I'm just gonna show this real quick. You'll find this. The time frames are there, right? So you're gonna be able to see the time frames of when we go live. And usually, if I want to go out, I'll update those time frames. And in case I forget, I'll definitely send it out on Twitter. So if you're not following us on Twitter, you can probably follow us there, or you can join the Discord. Sometimes I also say it on the Discord. Although Discord, I just reserve it more for chat, and most of the announcements usually are done either here, and I'll tell you guys with time that I'm not going to be here on a certain date, or I'll do it on Twitter. Unless I have an emergency and I really cannot make it that day, I'll definitely go on Twitter and maybe even the Discord, right? But that would be usually how we roll here. Again, guys, thank you for joining. So grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you for being here with us. This is the State of Crypto, your home. If you like what we do, talk about crypto to your friends, to your family, to your coworkers. Let them know that we are here. We're a good channel for crypto, stocks, whatever you guys want to look at. We'll definitely look at. You can send me links on Discord. You can send me links on Twitter. And I'll open it on the side first, make sure they're safe to put on the screen. And then I'll just transfer them if they're okay. And usually I do that, right? Like a lot of people send me stuff on Discord. Bitcoin Jake has sent me stuff on Discord. I open it up and show it. Other users, other people that used to watch the show also used to send me stuff on the Discord or other messaging applications, and I would also open them and show them here. So no big deal, right? Anyways, guys, thank you for watching again. That's going to be it for today. I'm your host, Martin. It has been a pleasure being here with you guys tonight, this awesome Thursday night. That's going to be all for tonight. Again, thank you for watching. I'll catch you tomorrow for another edition of State of Crypto. Until then.
¿Qué es mejor que algo asombroso?